This is Vatican News.
Warring South Sudanese parties say they felt humbled by Pope Francis's consistent pleas to find the path to peace in their country. As Linda Bordoni reports, after signing a joint declaration mediated by the community of Sant'Egidio in Rome, they credited the Pope with making it happen.
The Rome Declaration, signed on Monday by South Sudan government representatives and the country's opposition movements, is a concrete and constructive sign of hope in the nation's troubled journey to peace and stability. In the declaration, the parties, who have set January the 15th as the day in which a new ceasefire is to take effect, say they have been humbled and deeply motivated by the relentless spiritual and moral appeal for peace, reconciliation and fraternity by Pope Francis, the Archbishop of Canterbury, and by other church leaders. Pope Francis has been tireless in pushing for peace in the world's newest nation, even personally hosting its warring leaders in the Vatican last April. Speaking to Vatican Radio immediately after the signing of the agreement, the head of the government delegation, Barnaba Marial Benjamin, said he could feel the very presence of the Pope in the room as the agreement was being discussed, and that his influence has been decisive.
We here today were responding to his humility, to his love for the people of South Sudan, and tireless effort to appeal to us to bring peace and end this war. As you can hear from both sides, we are responding to that appeal, to that love and to that humility, which actually has made us ashamed. How can we not bring peace if the Pope can push us? And this is our peace. And who is fighting this war is South Sudanese among themselves. I believe he was in the room. He was notching us in the room when we were talking.
Benjamin explained that for the first time the root causes of the civil conflict in Sudan have been addressed, thanks also to the free environment offered by the Sant'Egidio community that allowed those involved to tackle a series of fundamental issues without pressure or prejudice. He said the 2018 deal that was reached in Khartoum, and which his delegation refused to sign, was flawed.
These discussions were made in an environment that was not really addressing the issues. The government of Sudan was trying to impose on the parties, and they did indeed impose on the parties, because Sudan was in a hurry for us to sign a peace agreement so that they can take oil from South Sudan.
The community of Sant'Egidio says it will now provide a programme for the negotiators to discuss issues such as corruption, transparency, boundaries, trade agreements and future elections. I'm Linda Bordoni.